Hi, this is Abhinav, and I'm here to demonstrate the system that I've built from a project, from a thesis, which is a ticketing, the chat view based ticketing system, which is like a model of a tool, which can be used in a service organization by service agents to handle emails and interact with their customers. Before I give a demonstration of the tool which has been built, I'd like to talk a bit about where it has been built and what has been used. So I've used IntelliJ to build the system. The reason for that being, I found it much easier to work with, and it's much easier to create Maven projects in IntelliJ as well. And I used Eclipse before, but I found this much easier to use. And I've used a Maven build for this particular project because it allows me to create these microservices which handle. We can create microservices which and we can code them to handle certain tasks, and it helps us keep the code much cleaner. It helps us differentiate the various tasks as well. As you can see in one of the microservice, I've explained about all these microservices in the report, but I'd just like to give an overview. So in the agent app microservice, it's responsible for creating a ticket when an email is received. Basically, when an email is received, it is sent to I've set up a contact email address, my own personal Gmail address in the configuration, and when an email is received, it is sent to SQS, and then SNS is activated to create user types, and then it is assigned. So basically, creation of ticket and the functionalities of ticket allocation and creating the conversation, everything is in this particular microservice, logic and code for that. And okay, we have another service over here, which is an API gateway. It just does what an API gateway does. Whenever a request is received, it breaks it down and sends it to the right resources while providing a response. That's one of the other service which I've built in Maven, and also Maven helps me in automatically downloading the dependencies and repositories which are needed to build a project. So that's one of the other reasons. And I have an authorization service as well, auth service, which is basically used for authorization purpose. Whenever somebody wants to log into my system, this service gets active, and this service is basically used to generate tokens during user registration. So we do have an option to register users as well. Okay, let me log into the admin profile, which is Abhinav, and the password is my agent app with capital S, agent app 123. It is mentioned in the files which I've included. So once we sign in, just a sec. Yeah, we do have an option to create or add new contacts and define their user type and user role as well. As you can see, you can give a username and any email, password, and what type. I mean, these two are the two types of users which are inbuilt in the system. One is manager and the other one is agent. Both have their own privileges. So everything is created as soon as a notification is sent, and an email notification sent by SNS. And I'm using a multiple of, not multiple, I'm using a few AWS services as well. But before I get into that, also authorization service is used for authorizing the users by generating tokens, and these tokens are compared. So Spring OO Auth2 module is used for this, and I'm using I'm using the Spring framework as well. It helps in keeping my code shorter. I mean, it has this annotations, like if I have to put up application, as you can see over here, Spring Boot application, it has this automatic annotations which helped a lot, which helped a lot in listening the length of the code, as well as to create an instance I just have to use @bean. So these kind of things really helped out a lot. And and we have another service which is called email service, and as it says, it is responsible to handle all the tasks which are related to email. So like whenever an email is received, like where should it be saved and what should be uploaded. As you can see, if an email is sent with an attachment, or if it is a simple email without an attachment, like if it is with an attachment, the attachment would be stored in S3 bucket, and the rest of the message would be sent to the simple email message class, and then it is processed further. So every other logic related to email service is in this particular service. And All right. Yeah. Uh, in the report, I've explained about much about the all the service as well. I'm using an Nginx, web server as well, which is used to route the traffic from uh, the port of the email server to our port of the API gateway. So everything is explained in there. So I'd like to demonstrate the working of the system right now. So to get the system working, okay, the first step that we need to do is send an email to the contact email address, which would be this one. There's the contact email address which I've set up in the configuration files. You can find them in each of the service. There are POM files and new application.yml files, which can be found in the individual microservices. So I've set it up in one of those for this contact email address. Let me try to demonstrate. All right. Once we sent an email, and once the admin would be able to look at all the received emails in the form of tickets. So let's just go ahead and do that. Yeah, as you can see, where is the ticket? Yeah, as you can see, the ticket hasn't reached. Just a second. Yeah, so this is the email which has not been allocated, which has been put into the ticket number 61. And as an admin, you will be able to close the ticket or allocate it to the agents. The allocation job is done on the back end automatically, but the admin has an option to allocate the ticket. So as you can see, the admin cannot view the tickets, by the way. It is only for the agents who work on them. So once we click on allocate tickets, the ticket would be allocated to, okay, it's been allocated to one of the agents. Now all we have to do is go into the agent's lobby. I might have forgotten the password for this particular. Just a second. Alright, I'll just demonstrate this by creating a new user, which should be much clear. Let's go ahead and create a new user. 21. We'll set the role to agent. Alright. Okay. So let us go ahead and send another email. Alright. Now we just wait for the email to be assigned as a ticket and displayed in the lobby, the dashboard. And okay, we've received the email, and as soon as an email is received, once the ticket is created, the user would be made aware of it using an automated email as well. So yeah, we do have the ticket here which has not been allocated. So as an admin, I would be able to allocate the ticket to one of the available agents. So it is automatically assigned to Abhinav8. So let us log into Abhinav8. All right. This is the email which we've sent. Let us view it. So this is the conversation. As you can see, this is a subject and this is a message which has been sent. Now this is the format in which the email would appear to the agent who is working on that particular email. And if he has to respond, he just need to type in a response over here, and this would be sent out to the customer who has sent out the email. Let me save the message. Alright, it's been saved, and if there was an attachment in the particular email, it would be stored. It would appear over here and would be stored in a AWS S3 bucket. But since there's no attachment, it did not appear over here. And as you can see, okay, I've saved it multiple times, the same message. I have had these kind of bugs which I'm unable to fix, where the screen does not load properly. I'm using isomorphic for user screens and React for to develop the UI. But sometimes, you know, it throws a lot of errors. And sometimes these things happen. The message, you know, I clicked on save message twice over here, the screen did not reload, and the message went twice. All right, so let's go ahead and check our inbox. As you can see, received and received. So this is how a conversation happens. And if we click on reply and respond to the particular ticket, once again the message from the customer would appear over here. And it worked during the testing phase, but right now if I reply to the particular email, another ticket is being created. There's something which I'm not sure what went wrong, but there's something I've been unable to fix. But during the testing phase, it did function, but after that I had to change a few bits because one of the instance went down, and had to restart all the services. But yeah, basically this is how the system works, and this is how you view the conversation, which makes it much easier for the, you know, for the respondent, for the agent to respond to the customer, and you know, to interact with them easier. This particular subject would be treated as a point to add the conversation to the same ticket over and over again. So this is the key to adding the conversation to the particular ticket, and the logic has been implemented in the microservice as well. All right. Yeah, there are a few bugs which I wasn't unable to fix, and some new bugs, you know, appeared lately after one of my instance went down, and one of which being I'm unable to a new ticket is being created whenever I'm trying to respond to the same ticket ID over here. So yeah, so there's a functioning of my system. And yeah, coming to the databases, Neo4j has been used to store the attachment IDs and conversations. So yeah, I'm using this particular graphical database. Graphical database to store all the conversations. It's there's no particular I wanted to use Kafka as well, but I found it much easier to, you know, make the connections for Neo4j, and that's the main reason for me to use it. And whenever we want to see the conversations that are recorded, that are stored in Neo4j, we just can export the CSV file and we can view it. And these are all the conversation IDs, and these are the conversation IDs which have been you know, stored in Neo4j so far. And coming to the ticket IDs and user types, I can access the MySQL database from you know, my IntelliJ itself. As you can see, this is the project DB browser. We just need to make a connection. Just a sec. Yeah. We need to let me show you where it is shown. Just a sec. Connections. Oh, with the wrong service, my bad. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, all the tickets and all the ticket IDs and the user types are stored in MySQL, and they can be viewed by running the query. As yeah, these are the queries that I've just saved over here. If you can, let's look at the number of tickets which are closed and which are in progress, everything. And if we run the query, we would get all the, you know, data in the ID itself. As I've you know, integrated this particular, IntelliJ provides the option to use MySQL in the IDE itself. So this is one of the so these are the databases which I've used Neo4j to store the conversations. I just wanted to experiment with Neo4j, and yeah, I could have used any other database, but I wanted to just try to learn about this. I tried to use Kafka, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't make the connections and make it work. But this has been easier, and we can run queries as well to whatever we need over here. And these are the query examples which we can run. And yeah, this is a system so far which has been developed and deployed using these instances. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it.